Ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering the crazy world of the World Boxing Associations. Grab on firmly and get hold of the bumpy ride. Oh, it's going. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. And we are in the world of the WBA. Over the weekend on the 8th, busy day, December 8th of boxing. And right here on the Double RT Boxing, what is it, folks? The Ready Talk Boxing Show. We're discussing all the fights we can, So hit that thumbs up if you like that boxing talk. Hit that thumbs up if you support this show. Hit that subscribe if you're a new viewer to the show. Now, over the weekend, Michel Soro fought. He's the WBA. Like I said, we're talking about the fight because what we do on the WRT Boxing Show, we cover number 1 through 15 of the divisions. Michel Soro being number 1 of the super welterweight. Busy over the weekend. Busy over the weekend. Jarrett Hurd is just lining himself up, He had himself a fight last weekend, and now his final eliminator and the interim, so that Brian Castino is still rumored to be fighting Lara. So that fight's I haven't heard no breakdown of that fight. So that fight's taking place. Michel Soro, he defeats number 9, Grege Vendetti, by a vicious second round knockout. Kell Brook wins Rafa. So now Kell Brook is the mandatory for Jarrett Hurd. You got the interim champion, newly crowned last night, Michel Soro. First, like I said, a beat down against the ropes in the second corner with a right hand. The first round, there's a lot of herk and jerk movement to the side by Greg. Now, he was doing a lot of movement, but he wasn't like doing no feints or nothing. So like whenever a punch was coming, it was the real punch. It was, even though all his movement, maybe it was a little hard to hit the target, but you knew when a punch was coming at you. If you're Soro, because you just sit there, keep the distance, keep your gap. He's just trying to work the jab on Greg, and Greg's doing all this movement left to right, and nothing is coming at him until it's time to come at him. So Soro has no problem blocking him, and then he's slowly hitting the jabs. Second round comes, he starts landing some rights, and then Greg goes to throw one of his wild shots. Soro kind of sidesteps and spins around and hits him with a right, and it kind of catches Greg on the top of the left head, wobbles him, and he goes stumbling to the ropes, and that's when Soro just goes to start throwing some punches. 1-2 hooks. Finally, a right hook lands, and he just starts throwing like 3 right hooks, and he just drops deadlifts, falls on the floor. They stop it. Great beatdown stoppage. It's quick. Like I said, the fight was looking a little boring. It was starting to get on that verge of not a verge. It was only a second round, but it was looking like, okay, this might be a little rugged and ugly. You got Soro trying to be technical. You got Vendetti trying to make an ugly, grind down fight. The right hand of Soro came through numerous times, cracked him. So like I said, Soro, who's number 1, staying active, staying busy, keeping his name in the limelight. Jarrett Hurd, so he's taking one more fight for a hometown fight. So you don't know who that fight's going to be. Is it going to be who is in the WBA? Who can Jarrett Hurd take as a hometown fight? Well, he has the IBF and the WBA. He has a good list of fighters. J-Rock is not one of them, so I was hearing that name a lot. Carlos Adames. So I don't know, unless I don't know if J-Rock is gonna get a W. He's not listed, so it'd be weird to see him fight Jarrett Hurd. Get a Curtis Stevenson's in there. I said Soro, he's going to chill with his interim belt, and somehow he lands himself a shot. Now, who is he going to fight? You figure with this interim title, he's probably going to be fighting the number 10s and the 13s, Patrick Teixeira, maybe Ted Cheeseman might. For Ted Cheeseman's out there getting that tournament going with Matchroom, he's possibly might be fighting Fowler in a couple more fights. So that's what they're trying. Mark DeLuca, Israel Madrimov, Wilkie Camford, Magnumi Karbunov, he's still out there. So Jared Hurd, but who is Soro gonna fight? He could fight Lara somehow. Maybe Lara's trying to get her the regular title while he fight for the interim title. Soro he's in there. He's definitely in the mix. Got an interim title. It's exactly what Jamel Charlo has. So he's trying to call out his Triple G. So Soro's going to get his Jared Hurd shot if he just holds on to that belt, waits, calls it out. We're going to see a Jared Hurd and a Soro fight probably by the end of the year of 2019. You should see it. Won't be surprised. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. Thank you for tuning in. Follow the show on Twitter at RRTB Show, at RRTB Show. Stay tuned.